Hey there, everybody. I'm Jeremy Kelly from Polaris Stigma, and I would like to welcome you back to the channel. And today I would like to do a little bit of a rant about something that's been bothering me as of recently. So, my mother recently got a dog from the Humane Society, and you would think, that's something you could look forward to. Now, I have no complaints. Dogs that are in the large, medium category aren't really my thing. Honestly, even small dogs, I kind of don't bat an eyelash at too often. I'm just not a dog person. I prefer cats. But, I've never disliked dogs. It's just not my thing. But she decided to get a dog with her new boyfriend. The problem is at the Humane Society, you don't really get to see a whole lot of their personality. So, of course, they tried to let my mom spend a little bit of time with it, play around. It was fairly tame. It didn't try to run off or do anything. When it got to the end of the leash we had, it would just stop running and not try to pull us. It was very calm and collected, which my mother enjoyed. Now, the thing that I was thrown through a loop by is the fact that they mentioned they had to chip them. That doesn't seem off, I guess that makes sense, but something just never felt right. And it turns out that my suspicion was correct afterwards. So, after my mother had done adopted the dog and paid the fee of $60 to adopt it, she found out that the microchip that they have to put in the dog on top of the spading and neutering was included in that $60. That's not bad, honestly. I'm not complaining. That's actually a fairly good price compared to what I thought it would be. But when my mother ended up having this financial issue recently, which happened shortly after. Right now with COVID, things are crazy. It's going to happen. She tried to bite the bullet, and, I told her you might want to try to go ahead and try to return the dog. They might have a fee, but you know what? I'll go ahead and try to help you with that. Trying to be the good son and knowing I can't afford to help her with the dog. If it has a medical bill, I can't pay for that. So we decided just to I tried to talk my mom into returning it, and she agreed that she kind of thought the same thing. When we went to go return the dog, however, well, my mother called them, so I didn't get to speak with them personally, but she informed me that they will not allow you to return the dog. Instead, that dog is yours for life. And the person even had the audacity to bring up, oh, it's microchipped, so you can't just get rid of it. And this led me to a very irrational way of thinking, but and first of all, before I continue this conversation, no, I would never do any of the following. I'm very much an animal lover, even if dogs aren't my thing. And it got me to thinking, this is why people turn around and they abuse animals. This is why they put them down. It's no maybe that I know a 9mm can put an animal out of its misery. I worked on a farm. When we had to put down a cow one time, we put a bullet through its skull. It's cheap, it's fast, it's efficient, and I know what it does. It's not what I wanted to do, it's what I had to do. But it got me to thinking of that. I'm like, what are you people asking for? So you're literally telling us we can't return it, and we're forced to live with it. Now, I'm not trying to make any animal lover out there depressed by bringing this up, but I want your opinion of how do you feel about this, because I don't think that's right. I think that's very immoral for a place, especially like the Humane Society, to literally tell you you don't have a choice. It's yours for life, no matter what you try to do. And if you try to just get rid of it, we'll just find you and fine you. That's not fair to the owner. That's not fair to the people who try to adopt it, who may not have had the opportunity to go, oh, wait, this weird thing that changed everything that made it to where we could beforehand, now we can't. On top of that, the dog is very unruly. It tears up absolutely everything. It's tried to break out of the yard multiple times, thankfully not very far. But that's not fair to the owners. It's not fair to the animal. And that's definitely not fair from what the Humane Society is doing. Now, I was already told I should cover my face when I do this because, oh boy, am I going to have a storm on this. But I'm a little braver than that. So I'm reminding everyone I am an animal lover. I don't believe in putting animals down just to put them down. But what I want to know is there a way that my mother can go about this that is still morally, what's the word, civilized? We don't want to take the low road. We still want to take the higher road. We thought about looking into someone else adopting it for my mother. So there is a possibility. It is a good dog. The problem is it needs more room than what my mother can offer it. And a house is not, especially a house with wood floors, that the dog just slips and slides around all the time, and it isn't adjusting. It's just too hyper. It might need just a place that has a bigger backyard. Maybe if you are already good with animals, it might be a good option for you. But what do you think my mother should do? It's something that I want to bring up as a dilemma because, in my opinion, the Humane Society has wronged us. I say us because I've thought about adopting from them. I actually looked into getting a cat from them, but they don't really. Our Humane Society isn't really that great. Don't ever adopt from our Humane Society. But what is your opinion of how I can help my mother? And what do you think about this moral dilemma? Now, I would like to also remind everyone that we are trying to take the high road. So if you have any suggestions for me to look into, I would be more than happy to go over those and read those. If you're a personal friend of mine, go ahead and skip the comment section below and just go ahead and text me personally. If you're not a personal friend of mine, go ahead and mention it in the comments and I will get to it as soon as I can. I really want to do what's right, and I really, really want to see this dog happy as well as my parents. So please let me know. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.